In the quiet town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, stood an old Victorian house known as Willow Manor. This house, with its weathered facade and overgrown garden, was a popular rental for those seeking a weekend escape from city life. But few knew the eerie tales that whispered through the town about Willow Manor. Legend had it that many years ago, a family of 5 had rented the house for a summer getaway. The Cartwrights were excited to spend their days exploring the countryside and their nights under the stars. But as soon as they moved in, strange things began to happen. At night, the floors creaked as if someone were walking through the halls, even when everyone was in bed. The old grandfather clock, which hadn't worked in decades, would chime at odd hours. Shadows seemed to dance in the corners of their eyes, disappearing when they turned to look. One evening, Mrs. Cartwright was preparing dinner when she heard a soft humming coming from the attic. She paused, straining to listen, and realized it was a lullaby. Intrigued, she climbed the narrow stairs to the attic, the humming growing louder with each step. When she reached the top, the humming abruptly stopped, leaving the attic silent and still. She found nothing but old furniture and dusty boxes. As the days passed, the children began talking about a new friend they had met. They described a little girl named Emily who wore a long white dress and liked to play hide and seek. Mr. and Mrs. Cartwright thought it was just their imagination running wild until one night, they saw her too. Emily stood at the foot of their bed, her eyes wide and sad, before vanishing into thin air. Determined to uncover the truth, the Cartwrights did some research and discovered that a young girl named Emily had lived in Willow Manor over a century ago. She had tragically died in the house under mysterious circumstances. Her spirit, it seemed, had never left. The family decided to leave Willow Manor, but as they packed, they found a small, dusty music box in the attic. When they opened it, the familiar lullaby played, and Emily appeared once more. This time, she smiled, as if grateful for the acknowledgement. The Cartwrights left the house the next morning, but they took the music box with them as a reminder of their encounter. Years later, Willow Manor still stands, its rooms often rented by curious visitors. Some leave with nothing more than pleasant memories, but others claim to have seen Emily, humming her lullaby or playing in the garden. The town of Eldridge never quite forgets its ghostly resident, and the stories of Willow Manor continue to be told, growing richer with each passing year.